Hello, beloved, and welcome back to my channel. It's your priestess, Journey Divine, coming to you on this Monday evening from the East Coast, and you love. Yes. How you doing? I've been away for a week or so. I took time for stillness. I gave time to God and God alone. I sat with my ancestors. Yes, I had some wonderful experiences. Some I will share and some I cannot, but the love is all the same. So, to my day ones who came back to support me in my time of absence, I appreciate you. I acknowledge you. I love you. Thank you. For my newbies who will just find this channel today and decide if you want to come back again. Welcome, my friend, to my channel, to the family. We're growing, we're learning, we're awakening, we're going through. As this journey is full of ups and downs, in and outs, twists and turns, fear, doubt, love, prosperity, joy, tears, so many emotions attached to learning who you really are and what you really are to become, where you're going, where you've come from is also important. For there's no such thing in life as fate, only destiny. Even those experiences that caused us immense pain, regret, fear, shame, guilt, doubt, disbelief. For those times where we fell off, fell down, fell away. But somehow we always found our way back to the center of ourselves. Whether we were gifted as a child, through religion, through family, culture, history, experiences, to find God, Goddess, early in our lives, that is surely a blessing because it gives us a strong plane flying over, traveling, journey, destiny. Having received that strong foundation as a child can make all the difference to how your life turns out. That inner strength, that inner knowing, that seed that is planted in the child's mind while he's growing stays with you forever. And as you experience life's transgressions, struggles, and challenges, you always have something to get back to. Something powerful, something strengthening, something that no one can take from you. But not to get that is a whole different kind of challenge within itself. Those people find it harder to surrender to the will of the divine power that rules all our lives. Whether you believe it or not, is of no consequence to the reality of it. We did not create this world. Seldom do we even control what's going on in the world, although Men will tell you that they do, they don't. The ego says yes, but the soul says I won't. Because there is something all-powerful, all-knowing, surely better at weaving life into perfection than I am. I make so many mistakes, I make so many poor choices, I struggle, so many challenges are put before me. God may live in me, Goddess may live in me, but surely I'm not it. Yes. It's hard to make it through, to live successfully, a life full of joy, peace, harmony, abundance, prosperity, when you're trying to do it alone. And leaning on the faith of another flesh, another body, will prove to be unsuccessful. The earth is a giant womb, and we are all seeds. And there are sperm and there are eggs, male and female. We come together, and we create, and we add, and life continues. But surely the womb is not carried by us at all. Mother Earth, Gaia, Goddess, Queen, she who nurtures, grows, fertilizes. She is caring, soft, magic. She speaks love. She shines light. She's magnificent, exuberant, unforgettable in our sights. She is the trees, the air, the water, the birds, the bees, the children, the seeds. She carries all. She is all. Her emotions are the changes of every season. She is a goddess, exotic. She feeds. She destroys. She brings famine to disobedient children. Disease she allows to clear out the demonic, toxic, never changing children that must fall away when love no longer lives within them. God, Father God, Ra, Allah, Jehovah Jireh, Yahweh, whatever you choose to call him, the King, the Master, holds her up, protects her, covers her. He is her warrior. He commands the elements, lightning, rain, the sun, the moon, the stars, the galaxy, to make sure that her womb is protected and continues to grow. Together they are invincible, unstoppable, inevitable, and very real. We pass away. We go back into the earth. Energy never dies. We are resurrected into a new seed and we are born again. You don't have to believe it is of no consequence. For reality is an absolution. It does not need the approval or a solution from mankind, who did not create it. We get to decide what type of seed we want to be. God gave us free will. It was agreed upon. Although Mother disagreed, she understood that children need to grow and make their own decisions that she could not control. Although it pains her to see her children choose so unwisely the path that they will go. For she affords them lives of luxury and love abundantly, and everything that the earth has is afforded to her children as a mother gives unconditionally to their children. We are like her, feminine energy. But God is a man and he's strict by law and he commands structure and organization. And he believes that giving them a choice creates equal balance and a polarity of fairness. For how do you know the good seeds from the bad seeds if you don't allow them to choose and show their innate ability to be God's or to be black energy returned, transmuted into light, and given chance after chance after chance after chance to get it right. But some want to just go home and stop reliving the nightmare, choosing incorrectly time after time after time, thrown into families, jobs, relationships, situations, poor choices, leaving scars and gotta do it all over again till we get it right. But you have the opportunity to get it right. It doesn't matter how old you are, or what you went through, or how you choose your sexual partner. It doesn't matter what country you live in, what skin you live in, your culture, your race, your speech, your education, your financial status. None of that matters to Mama Boom. She loves unconditionally. And when her children surrender to that light and that divine energy that we all carry within, she pleads and compromises with the Father. And in her beauty, he usually gives in. I'm getting over a small cold. And she usually wins, and those children are divinely blessed to live a life of success, an amazing existence. She celebrates them and gives them everything their heart desires for remembering Mama and going to Mama and leaning into her bosom and crying out and purging and surrendering and choosing to love her, and to love Father God. A life can be changed in an instant overnight, from poverty to wealth, from destruction to fame and fortune and success, from loneliness to an abundance of love and joy, from lack to overflow, simply by surrendering to the truth and the reality that she is real in everything. I understand how hard it is to get your footing grounded in a solid foundation in a world that's so full of chaos and destruction, lacking love, lacking spiritual wisdom, lacking justice, balance, fairness for all. It only proves that even grown, that we are so childlike. Because when things don't go our way, we throw tantrums. Adult tantrums are no different than those of a child, except for in the ability to move as the body ages, and the words we speak as we are educated, but the emotions are the same. There's a reason why most, if not all, never outgrow the ability to throw a tantrum, to be disobedient, to be rebellious, to be angry and ashamed. Even in old years, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, we are all children. We are all children. We don't outgrow that. Other than on your status, on your license, birth certificate, man-made documents that mean nothing to God. We are all children until the day we pass away. So, when do we become able to live the life of an adult, a king of a queen, commanding in our own businesses and lives and loves and wealth? When we prove to God that we can be responsible to hold so much. When we can stand before Mother and say, Mama, it is time I grow up. I will always need you to catch me when I fall. But it's time I learn to fly and stand on my own 2 feet. It's time to pick my head up out of your lap. Stop complaining and whining and blaming, and take responsibility for the life that I've been given. So God can tap her on the shoulder and say, move over, woman. I've got this one. This surely is a king and a queen. Well done. Now I will take over and allow him or her to stand in their rightful place at my side on the throne in this earthly environment. And he will gift you a kingdom or a queendom. You will rule over nations. Fame and fortune are your reward for deciding to pop yourself off her titty and stop settling and drying up her milk all for your selfish needs, because you know that you no longer need to be fed. You will feed yourself. And you will lead instead of waiting to be led. And you will speak instead of screaming, being loud and boisterous and erotic and indulging in excess. The inability to share with others or to see others in need, you just purge and keep it all for yourself. Like that child that won't share their candy, but will eat from everyone else's basket, hiding and holding hostage theirs for later, and purging on the world's portions, never giving, always a handout expecting, but never assisting, helping, volunteering, always asking, wanting, waiting, suckling others around you like a parasite that others can't wait to get away from. Using and abusing your rightly privileges that should be learned to elevate, experience. Many of us get to a point on this journey where we become stagnant, still. We don't know what now to do, which way to go. Afraid to make the wrong choice, to step into the wrong purpose, to have to start all over again. Because now we're consciously aware that there is a journey. And we have a place and a part to play. And it is at that time, when it is time to say, Mother, I must go on. Thank you for holding me, covering me, feeding me, nurturing me when I was alone in the wilderness. When the friends fell away, the family fell away, I left that debilitating job, all in search of doing it God's way, on my own, standing on my own 2 feet, getting prepared for my throne. It's a lonely place to be, because God will separate us from Mother, who tends to spoil us and hates to see us pull away and grow up, because most moms do. But there comes a time when it's necessary for God to say, move over, woman. This one wants more. I see something in this one. This one I choose. And you become chosen. And you have to learn to stop suckling and stop feeding and stop constantly asking for direction and purpose and awakening. And you just have to step in and take a leap and ask God that when you finally fall and hit that ground, you land on your feet, solid ground, steady. The arrow will will be clearly pointed in the right direction for you to see, because now your third eye has been awakened. Because as you leaped, you were elevated. You didn't land below as above. So below, your below now becomes your heaven on earth. And you land in your own garden of Eden. You want for nothing. It is your kingdom, your kingdom. And Father says, well done, my good and faithful servant. What would you like me to add? Where would you like me to put it? How much do you want? What you need to fulfill your purpose. Now you will lead. A nation will grow. You will plant the seeds that will grow a nation. They will want to follow you, listen to you, learn from you. How did you do it? I had no other choice. That's how. I refuse to remain stuck. I refuse to remain lost. I refuse to remain alone. Without love. Without friends. Without family. Without support. Without a helpmate. Without a nation to call my own. So I jumped. In faith, I knew God would catch me. He held me in his hands when I landed, and he lifted me up above high. The sky became the limit. And although I am here on this planet still, it is an illusion for all others to see, for I am there in both places with master ability. And you too can have it all, simply making a choice to stop suckling off the breast of Mother Nature. Stop asking, stop wishing, stop wanting, stop feeding, stop needing, stop begging, stop crying, stop blaming, and jump into a new reality where all is well. Abundance is everywhere. Because you become everything with the ability to call in everything you need. The Father stands at your feet with pen and paper. It's a beautiful thing to become independent of the world, independent of the earth, outside of it all. Yes, we are here until we are no more. But as we enjoy the spoils of everything above, we will not have to return, because the Garden of Eden that we build is now a forever home. Yes? The ancestors speak. The ancestors have the answers. They have the map. They have been here before for generations and know all, experienced all. There is no new idea on the earth. Everything is manifested off the backs of those that came before. If you just tap in to that world secrets unknown will be laid at your feet. And you will wonder, worry no more. You have all the answers. All the answers. The last piece of the puzzle, chosen ones, is held within the ancestors. They're waiting for you to ask for it, to place it in your puzzle, that final piece. So when you look down at your creation, what will you see? Your Garden of Eden. You will watch it transform into a majestic portrait that will become your reality. Tap in, speak to them, venerate them consistently until they appear, until you hear their voices, until you see their spirits. Fear not. Call to the highest ancestors, the highest elevation of light, love, and positivity, the benevolent ones, and fear not. For fear is assurance of disbelief. And in disbelief, they cannot come because they're unsure if you're unsure. Gotta be sure. In them, they are you, the blood that runs through your veins, your blood of blood, your bone of bone. Your first line of defense, they are. Blood. Plead the blood. And lay away this mundane life, this mundane existence, and elevate to the heavens. Drag them down to the earth. It won't be too heavy to carry, too much of a burden to bear, because your ancestors, your chariot ride, will carry your wealth, your birthright, your spiritual inheritance waits for you, calls to you. Ring the bell, shake the tambourine, play the drum, stomp your feet, sing, chant, meditate. Call them in, give them your energy. It is time, collective, that we rise up. The new world is here, and we are it. Everything around us is falling. The economy, agriculture, the education system, everything, housing, if you've been watching, thousands of immigrants migrating country to country, deaths, shootings, fires, tornadoes. The earth is changing. And only the survival of the fittest. Who's the fittest? The chosen ones, spiritualists, the healers, the seers, the psychics, the mediums, the believers. And the seeds we sow shall inherit the earth. It's clearly written. No matter what religious text you read, it's all there in every one, meaning the same. It's inevitable. It's time to rise up, to not speak about it, to walk it, to walk it, to walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Y'all know that song. It's time to walk it out, spirits. It's time to smile at your enemy. It's time to love your neighbor. It's time to give positivity to your children. It's time to speak life over their dead and dying. It's time to bring hope and faith back to the menu. Eat right, live right, speak truth. Fear not, judge no one, and challenge everything. I hope this video resonated with someone who may be feeling stuck in their spiritual journey, not knowing where next to turn, to go, to do. In solitude and confinement, alone and lonely and wishing, wanting, waiting, praying. Enough, God says. He's heard enough. He no longer is going to listen to the rants and the chatter of wishful wants and desires. What are you willing to do? Other than pray about it and wait on it. He sees, he hears, he feels what's really inside you. If a change needs to be made and that's why you're stuck, then stop faking it and do it. But it's time to get out. A mass awakening needs to lay upon the earth. Connect with your tribe family, with our brothers and sisters, our kings and queens. We need to find each other. For where two or more are, you know the rest. We need a mass connection. And God says, don't worry, if you just step out, surely He will make sure that we all meet. Don't be afraid to meet new people. You are discerning. You are intuitive. Yes? Then what is there to fear? Not even the ex, the enemies, the toxic ones, not even them are a place of fear anymore. I can sit in the rooms. I can sit in places. I can sit and dine with the devil. Because I am in God's grace. Yes. So it's time to walk this earth strong and persevering in the power of God. And turn this inside out. I'm ready. If you are. As within, so without. As above, so below. Now, shade to that. I've willed it so it is someone to be. I walk in faith, there is no fear. For where I go everywhere. I do anything with anyone. Because I see all. so I can discern, transmute, transform. Hit the like button and subscribe. If you please, I would appreciate the support for the energy I've shared. If for nothing else, please like the video and feel free to move on. But if you come back and join in, there's a war going on. And if we're going to win, we have to have God deep down within. The battle cannot be won with bullets and guns. So you better make sure that you have God as your only one. Watch him multiply. Watch him make a miracle out of you for all to see the power that he possesses. Be useful and go with God. And until we meet again, beloved, I wish you love, peace, and all the abundance your heart and hands can hold on this journey. It's time to sleep.